Welcome back to the TV Watercooler podcast. Today I'm joined by Hayley Erin, who plays the role of Claire Newman on The Young and the Restless.
All right, let's get into it. So it was quite the spicy week last week in Los Angeles for Claire.
Yes.
Yes. That was you've shot those scenes with Michael as Kyle before, but now different dynamic, different scene partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always interesting.
Could that happiness be short-lived now that Holden has told Claire the truth about his past and what happened with Audra?
Yeah, great question. I think that there are some realizations that Claire's coming to about Holden, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she'll be able to resist her attraction to him either. So I think there's a bit of a push and a pull between her conscience and knowing that he's a little bit of a shady character, but also remembering that she's a little bit of a shady character.
Cashing a check is one thing, but what Claire's done to her own family.
Exactly. So I think when she applies that kind of framing to the situation, she's able to justify her connection to Holden, even though on the face of it, she knows that maybe it's not the smartest thing to do.
Would she be more mad at Kyle if it comes out that he was, in LA digging about Holden's past?
That is a raw nerve right now. So I think you're onto something.
And then what can we expect between Claire and Audra?
So much good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much good stuff between Claire and Audra coming up. I absolutely adore Zuleyka, and we have such a fun banter. So, yeah, there's a lot of fun. The dynamic, things are going to escalate for sure.
And do you think Holden should be afraid of Victor, or is that something that is only reserved for people with the last name Abbott?
I don't think it's strictly reserved for them, but I think that there's an intensity to that rage that no one else can quite reach. But I wouldn't want to cross him no matter what my name was. So we'll have to see. Actually, I'm curious how that's all going to play out.
So, Kyle does have one card in his pocket that I think, Claire can't really resist, and that's Harrison. Does he, lead into the guilt trip? He did send the photo on Halloween.
Yeah. I don't think Kyle sees it as a guilt trip. And I think Claire really wants to be in Harrison's life and loves that role. So I don't even know if she so much sees it as a guilt trip, but a responsibility, especially since Summer's not around right now. So I think being that female presence for him is something that she doesn't take lightly, but it's a very difficult balance now that she and Kyle aren't together. What is she to Harrison? Because she's not the nanny anymore. She's not his mom. She's not even his stepmom. She's not even his dad's girlfriend. There's not really a clearly defined, I suppose, what is she? If Summer's his mom and she's my cousin, I'm like his aunt. Yeah. Oh, I've never thought about it like that.
His aunt.
Okay. So there we go.
Justified.
That just brain blast.
Yeah, you don't need Kyle.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No shade to Kyle.
No shade to Kyle. Love him.
But how are you approaching, you're playing this young woman who was controlled by Jordan her entire life. She never really got to experience, living like a young woman would. So I think the scenes in LA where she's, partying and having fun, it was kind of refreshing to see. Was that her first time going to a club?
Absolutely. Yeah. I had so much fun filming those. And I think all of, even since Claire first met Holden and started drinking Vespers, it's been this kind of slow burn of her kind of dipping her toe into that world of not necessarily partying in LA, but even just letting loose a little bit. So to see her let loose a lot was really fun. And I'm excited to see if that has a lasting effect on her demeanor, because I think that she's always been very measured. And so it'll be interesting to see if that kind of control that she has loosens up a little bit as she's kind of loosening up a little bit.
Now, Jordan's not around, but could her voice always be in Claire's head?
Yeah, definitely. I think we all have a parental voice in our head because that's where our inner monologue is born. I think as I'm a parent to two young girls, and I, try to be a good mom. And so I've read a lot about psychology. I'm really into psychology, which is so helpful with Claire because she's such an interesting head case. But a lot of the parenting stuff is that we want to give them a productive inner monologue. And so to be supportive and to be positive, and because our words really do form the way that children think. And so that's definitely at play, that the negative, not even negative, but almost fear-mongering that Jordan would do, that is always kind of that worst-case scenario playing out, and there's a defensiveness that's born out of that for sure. Always kind of measuring people. Yeah.
She's getting the opposite now with Victoria, her real mom, when when she invited her back into the hotel room after Holden had left, and there's going to be some more of the Victoria scenes and her conflict between Holden and Kyle. So that's a totally different relationship that Claire's not used to.
Yeah. And it's interesting because it's a mother-daughter relationship, but it's being formed between two women. So it's interesting that they're friends, and there has been, enough heartache that they've experienced together. But it's unique because they don't have that shared history. So it is, I don't know, not that it's not as strong, but I don't think, I don't know, I'm kind of searching here. Because it is such an important relationship to Claire. I think sometimes maybe she tells Victoria what she wants to hear, and maybe isn't as honest. Yeah, I don't know. There's not that. This is what I'm looking for. There's not the comfortability that you have with someone that you've known your whole life. Right. So I think sometimes those conversations, while completely honest, maybe Claire isn't being honest with herself because she wants to be the person that she wants Victoria to see her as, rather than being an entirely raw person.
And it's a raw time for both of them. I'm losing Cole,
mm-hmm.
and the holidays coming up. Is that going to be touched upon?
I hope so. Yeah. The loss of Cole is such a devastating blow to Claire, having just gotten him back into her life, and so. I think that in a way it's like really solidified her as a Newman because now she has no other family. But I hope that his memory is kept alive by all the Newmans because he also had so much history too. He'd been part of that dynamic for a long time. So yeah, we'll see. The episode last year, the Christmas, was so lovely.
It was.
I actually had a premonition because it was so lovely. I was like, this isn't going to end well. It was like, no one gets to be happy. Yeah, it's a dangerous thing. So I was like, hope it's not me.
What's it like coming back to Wineheart this time around? You've grown up quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Different characters, same family. And sometimes when you see Melissa, hey, that my Abby would have never done that.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
We're obsessed with each other. We actually, at the Emmys, we ran into each other and we decided to be each other's dates. So we walked the carpet together and we called it the Abby sandwich. Anyone who wanted to come in the middle and take a photo with us. It's so funny. Talking about being more of an adult, she is playing the adult version of the character that I played as a kid. So I don't think we feel any weirdness about that because we're not really we never had to interpret the same thing, but it's fun. I loved that character, and I love what Melissa's done with it. She's such a great actress, and she's so funny.
I loved your time on GH as Kiki. Roger Howarth, who was your almost dad on GH.
Daddish, yeah.
He's on Wineheart now. Any scenes, or have you guys seen each other on set?
We've definitely seen each other on set, yes. It's been so great to catch up, and we've been hanging out, which is really fun because we're in new places in our life, so there's a lot of stuff to catch up on, which is great. I adore him, and we may have a couple scenes together. So we'll see.
Yeah. Does he tie into Holden's backstory at all?
Yeah, because it's all in LA and it's all shadow room centric. So yeah, there's definitely a connection.
Okay. Now, do you get to go back to Ireland a lot? I know you're splitting your time there.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for asking. Yeah, my husband's over there right now. He's doing a play, and so that's a big commitment. He's in rehearsals, and it's going to be about 2 months altogether. So we're going to fly over for Thanksgiving, myself and the kids, and then they're actually going to stay there until Christmas. So I'm going to come home, have a couple of weeks in the house on my own, which is going to be so bizarre. Like, I can watch grown-up TV shows and like just go to bed when I'm tired. It's crazy. I'm very excited. And then I will go back over for Christmas.
That was bringing me to my next question, was because in Ireland and in England, the TV shows are totally different. And sometimes you can, pick up on stuff that doesn't really break out as big in the States, like the British Traders or the Irish Traders.
Yeah.
What are you going to binge watch when the kids are older?
Oh my gosh, what a great question. I guess it's streaming now, so House of Guinness is out.
Yes.
I haven't watched that yet. I'm excited to dip my toes into that. I know, I am overwhelmed with choice because since the kids were born over 4 years ago, I've watched maybe 3 television programs. So I have years. If you have any recommendations, let me know.
House of Guinness for sure.
Okay, cool.
Start with that. Yeah.
Okay, great. I love the concept. I think it should be really good. Is it kind of like Succession?
I wouldn't say that. It's like a really sexual Downton Abbey. Like,
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. With beer.
With beer. Yeah. Who knew? Next time you go to Dublin, who knew all that went on there? I didn't.
I know.
I didn't know that happened at St. James's Gate. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that when things can kind of be historical as well, and you get a little something out of it. Like
historical with an asterisk, I think. But great TV.
Okay, cool. That'll be the one.
Enjoy it.
Thank you so much.